Welcome to the Dome Arena, the new home for the Rochester Lancers. It's game number 2 of the 2019 season. Hi, everybody. I'm Joe Giuliano, joined by Lady Lancer and UWS MVP Brooke Barbuto and the Mohican Warrior, Elliot Fauski. Rochester takes on Cincinnati this evening in the back end of a doubleheader here at the Dome Arena. And for the Lancers, Brooke, they're coming off a big win last night, looking to continue their winning ways.
I think it was a great atmosphere in here. I think the fans were wild, and hopefully Rochester can come out and get the same result as yesterday.
And a man who had a big part of that last night, the Mohican Warrior, Elliot Fauski. 2015, last indoor game for the Lancers. 2019, we're back at it again.
Man, so excited to be back. I won't be playing tonight, but it was fun to get on the field one last time. See the fans come out for a sellout crowd. Awesome. So Cincinnati comes to town, back-to-back games. At least we're at home, right? Back-to-back's tough, but it's looking good so far.
We've got Elliot and Brooke in the booth. Now, during your off time, there's some other stuff that's going on in the world of the Mohican Warrior. Talk about that.
Well, as you know, I've matured in recent years with age, and so that video is just showing kind of a coming of age and a more mature look at promoting the team.
All right, kickoff is coming up next, but first, check this out from the Mohican Warrior. It is game number 2 at the Dome Arena, the new home for the Rochester Lancers. And it should be a good one tonight. The Cincinnati Swerve are the opponents tonight for Rochester. Joe Giuliano along with Brooke Barbuto. Oh, Brooke, we're at it again.
Looking forward to it. Hopefully the Lancers can come out just as strong as they did yesterday and get the same result.
7-3 last night over Detroit. Waza Flow, Soccer Sam handling the player introductions right now. We'll have the anthem coming up, but it should be a much different game tonight. Cincinnati comes in with a record of 2-2. They're 1-2 at home, 1-0 away from home, but this is a high-scoring team. 33 goals. They average about 8 goals a game. So, Brooke, you were even talking about it, watching them warm up. It looks a little different than last night's side.
Yeah, they definitely look just more organized, just looking at them in their warm-ups, and definitely I would say a little bit fitter. So I'm anticipating a high-paced game and, you know, definitely them putting the Lancers to the test, but I think the Lancers are ready.
Cincinnati was 9-2 last season, second place in the Eastern Conference. Leading the way with goals this season is Abbas. He's played 3 games. He's got 6 goals. Kalu Abbas is tied for the lead in the East Conference with 6 goals with his teammate Chris DuPont, who is missing. DuPont has 6 goals, 1 assist. He is not here tonight for the Swerve. The Lancers 1-0 after leaving the indoor game in 2015, making a very dramatic and exciting return to the indoor game last night here in 2019, a 7-3 win over Detroit. And Brooke, we saw goals on the power play, the set pieces. It was a good performance overall, but was Doug Miller happy? I don't know.
I'm not sure. I think he was definitely happy at halftime. And, I mean, looking back, they got the win, so you can't be too disappointed. However, I think they definitely have room to improve in the run of play and finishing those opportunities that they were definitely building and keeping the ball and finding each other in the back post. They just got to capitalize on those opportunities. And then today should, you know, be just as good of a result as yesterday.
You bring up a great point. Opportunities, they were prevalent last night. It could have easily been 12, 13 for Rochester instead of 7.
It definitely could have been, and I think that that's a way to look at it, but I think we also can't take away the fact that they built those opportunities.
True.
And that was their first game, so I can anticipate with Doug and everything with the team doing it only getting better and them creating more opportunities and being able to finish those as the season goes on.
and not being able to finish the opportunities, you got to give some credit to the goalkeepers last night. Orozco for Detroit, Barrera for Rochester. Both of them made some outstanding saves.
Oh, both of them are great, and the ability for the team to be able to play them both back and use their feet and almost play like a sixth field player, sixth man, I should say. They were great, and he almost had a goal.
Yeah.
Detroit, he
Yeah.
had an unbelievable shot. Marcelo was definitely tested on that one, and he almost finished a great opportunity.
It was keeper versus keeper in that instance, and it was Barrera up to the challenge. Goal scorers for the Lancers last night: Schindler with 2, Steigelman with 2, Boughton, Enrique, and Cunningham. 3 goals were off set pieces, 1 off the power play for Doug Miller's Rochester Lancers as they win it 7-3. Rochester home tonight. They'll move on to the road to the Muskegon Risers in Michigan on Friday, January the 11th, as a little celebration taking place on the field. You kind of talked about this yesterday. There's a little, I guess, some nuptials coming up.
I did. She was actually one of my teammates this season for the Lady Lancers. She was a key component in the back, played on the, I believe, left outside back. Just a solid defender for us, and I think it's great. Keeping the love in the game and in the Lancers.
Raphael Godoy, congratulations. It's Reynoldson.
Katrin
Reynoldson.
Reynoldson.
There's Gary Boughton. This is a guy right here now coming out of the pitch. Elliot Fauski, who will be joining us. He's got the spikes going. Now, Brooke, next season for the Lady Lancers, I think you go with the spikes like that.
Yeah, I was asking him before in the pregame how he does those, and he was giving me some key pointers. You know, told me about getting 7 cans of hairspray before every game. So it's definitely something I'm looking into.
You never know. Could be the new wave in the UWS. Reigning MVP. You got to come back with something special.
I know. I'm looking for pointers, so feel free to tweet me, anybody. Let me know if you got any suggestions.
You just keep playing the way you are, and things will be just fine. There's a fan favorite from 2011, Lubo Kosic. And Alex Harling. How about his performance last night? Made that one save off the line. That was a great play by Harling.
It was great. He was solid back there, too. Just nothing was getting past him. Thought he also did a great job reading the play. A couple times stepped in front, didn't even need to make the tackle. Stepped in front of the forward and won the ball on the counterattack.
There's Brad Vanino, played at St. Bonaventure University. And a fan favorite here, especially Soccer Sam. It's not Luis Enrique Hidalgo. It's Enrique. Scored a goal last night. Zikrit Osmik. His nickname, the Bosnian Butcher. Jeremy Ortiz, a ton of indoor experience. Good to have him back in the Lancers uniform. Crowd still filing in. Good crowd, about just under 3,000 last night. Hopefully it continues this evening. August Finn will make his debut for the Lancers, played the last 2 seasons of the NPSL Outdoors. There's Tim Lazorko out of Philadelphia, Pennsylvania. And how about this guy last night? 2 goals, known as a rock-solid defender, but he showed some offensive prowess last night.
He was all over the place. I would say he was probably one of the best players on the field last night. Solid in the back for them, and then offensively coming in clutch and scoring some key goals, and just all around great.
Let's go down to the field for the national anthem as the Lancers and Cincinnati Swerve get ready for kickoff. a great job on the national anthem. And I think Brooke Barbuto wants to do spikes in the hair and then the national anthem at one of the Lady Lancer games next season. We are ready for kickoff here at the Dome Arena. Joe Giuliano, Brooke Barbuto, Elliot Fauski will be joining us momentarily, as it's the 1-0 Rochester Lancers taking on the 2-2 and that's it, 2-2 Cincinnati Swerve. The ceremonies at midfield wrapping up. We are ready for game number 2 of the 2019 Lancers MASL2 season. Rochester with the pink tops, with the white shorts and white socks. Cincinnati in the all black. The Swerve taking on the Lancers. Referee is Jim Pashalidis and Greg Irwin. Kevin Barcy and Neil Ernenwine are the assistants this evening here at the Dome Arena in Rochester. Should be a high-energy, great action-packed evening of indoor soccer in Rochester, New York, at the new home of the Rochester Lancers. The team huddling up: Doug Miller, head coach for the Lancers; Craig Rodas, the head coach for the Cincinnati Swerve, who were eliminated last season by the Chicago Mustangs in the semifinals of the M2 playoffs. Marcelo Barrera will start off in goal. What a performance he had last night. Only 3 goals against, but some incredible saves. I mean, stretching, diving to his left, his right, kick saves. And I guess as far as you're concerned in the nets, it's how you keep them out of the net that matter the most. Barrera did a beautiful job of that. Kickoff to be taken by Abbas. Right at midfield. Crowd still filing in. Beautiful turnout again here in Rochester. Great atmosphere at the very comfortable venue, the Dome Arena. Referee checking the clock, taking a good look over the field. Jim Pashalidis gets us ready to go here. Game number 2 for the Lancers. Abbas and Cincinnati get us underway. Swerve as the lights come on and the action begins. Here's Godoy. Pushed off the ball, no call made there. It's the Diop making his debut this season. Plays it now to Stovall. Back to Diop. Diop can't go forward, has to go back. High pressure coming from the Lancers. Fiore under pressure. Finds Christian Johnson. Here's Schindler, the goal scorer for 2 last night. Gets it to Boughton. Johnson. A hard tackle as he sends Steigelman down to the turf. Boomer Steigelman, what a debut he made for the Lancers last night. Scored the first 2 goals of the season as he got the Lancers on the board. There's Godoy. Lancers in the all pink, attacking from right to left. Cincinnati in the all black. Diop taken away. Steigelman holds on to the ball so well. Cincinnati coming out of the back once again. Jeremy Ortiz. And no one on the end of that one. It'll be a restart coming up here. A foul call as Ortiz was nudged along the near side boards. Restart coming up for Rochester. 13:51 left in the first quarter. Alex Harling. Jeremy Ortiz. Good ball cross field. Lazarco, he's got some space. Heavy on the touch, loses it. Lancers pick up possession again. Hard battle there. Enrique has to go back to Ortiz. Cincinnati coming with some high pressure of their own. Quick shot taken there by Brinus. Loses it. Enrique. Good ball outside to Lubo. Lubo tried to cut inside, tripped up. He looked to get a call there, doesn't get it. There's Fiore. Ooh, it's a dangerous ball. There's Lubo Kosic. Brinus picks up the loose ball. Knocked down from behind. It's Zavala who went down. Free kick coming up. And Brooke, we saw the importance of those set pieces last night. They could be the difference between winning and losing.
They can definitely be a difference maker, especially coming out and finishing your opportunities early. Just hope they're not able to capitalize on this.
First restart of the game for Cincinnati. Wall does its job. Kosic and Cunningham standing tall. Near side restart. Once again for the Cincinnati Swerve. 33 goals scored in their first 4 games. 22 goals given up. Diop. Young. Cincinnati looking structured early on here. One hop and up into the netting behind the, to the right of Marcelo Barrera. He'll throw this one back into play. Marcelo, what a performance last night in his debut for the returning Rochester Lancers. Long throw downfield. Looking in front, Boughton couldn't get a foot on it. Schindler keeps it in play. Lancers with some pressure now. Enrique. Rossano helps out, gets it to Godoy. Tough battles in the middle of the park. And there's Rossano. Oh, little poke save there. Lancers still battling for it on the near side. And Cincinnati comes away with it. Diop, he's been active early on. His debut performance, good ball. The shot at a goal! Cincinnati gets the first goal. It's Johnson from Diop at 3:16. The Swerve have a 1-0 lead.
Cincinnati goal number 10, Christian Johnson.
Third goal of the year for Johnson. And Diop, in his debut of the season, gets his first assist. Swerve with a 1-0 lead at 3:16. So Lancers with some work to do. I think you nailed it, Brooke. You're going to see a little bit of a different game tonight.
I think so. And initially, right from the start as well, Cincinnati's coming out, you know, a little bit more organized, a little bit more pressure, keeping control of the ball. So hopefully Rochester's able to bounce back and not let the game get away from them.
Well, we got a stranger who just worked his way up into the box. I don't know how he got past security with the spikes and everything else going on. The Mohican Warrior, Elliot Foskey. You can't stand up, can you?
No.
If he stands up, he's going to hit his head on the vent that's just above us.
I think we can just cut these off, no problem.
I will not stand for this.
We can switch spots if you'd like. Or you want to sit down and relax. It's your call. Oh, the lights have gone out here at the arena with 11:17 left, and they are back on.
Should have done that about a minute ago on that breakaway. It would have been great timing.
Okay. Got Jill Rizzo looking into the situation. It seems brighter now, doesn't it?
Yeah, for sure.
Quick little blast, and the blackout is over. And action underway. 11:13 left in the first quarter. Elliot Foskey with us. Elliot, how you feeling tonight?
Yeah, all things considered, pretty well. Not well enough to play, but well enough to hang out with you, Joe. Thank goodness.
I always say this is the second best spot. If you can't be in the field, up here is a good spot to be.
Yeah, bird's eye booth.
Restart here for Ortiz. How about these restarts, the importance of them, Foskey? What do you think?
Man, vital and indoor. The difference, you know, from outdoor to indoor is a lot of restarts. So from you know, the yellow to the top of the box. If you're sharp on this.
Ortiz is sharp for sure.
Well, how about that? How important is it, Joe? The game is now tied up off the set piece. Love it.
4:02 time with a Jeremy Ortiz goal. He must have saw something he liked. He buries a beautiful one to tie this, his first of the season. On the set piece again, the Lancers finding the back of the net. Last night they had 3 off set pieces, and they get another one here from Ortiz, and we're tied at 1. 4:02 time of the Jeremy Ortiz goal.
Yes, I believe in his native tongue it's pronounced "oh cheese," but for our purposes, Ortiz will do.
1-1 and a beautiful free kick. Saw a little bit of an opening, and he makes the Swerve pay. Crowd celebrating here early on. As Cincinnati now coming the other way. Diop poked off the ball. Another shot off the glass in front. Such a dangerous spot. Schindler gets a clearance on it. There's Lubo battling, but sent back by Ryan Gray. Johnson, Diop, he has seen a lot of the ball. A high chip, oh, Barrera had to backpedal. May have been caught off guard there. Restart from the corner.
I think the shooter might have been caught off guard with that one. Looked like a ball to the corner intended.
Lubo with a steal, trying to go forward, Cunningham. Wisenhunt off his line, and no choice there, but it's going to be a restart coming back the other way on the 3-line pass. 10:20 left in the first quarter. We are tied at 1. Expected this to be a little action-packed and some high scoring. Cincinnati averaging 8 goals per game, just over 8 goals. Lancers picked up 7 last night. Schindler. Boughton. A little redirect on frame, but Wisenhunt makes the save for Wisenhunt. His 5th appearance of this season. He's 2-2. He's given up 22 goals, has a 5.52 goals against average. Now, Elliot, the Spikes, the Mohawk, you've started a craze in the UWS. Your cohort over there wants to do that next season for the Lady Lancers.
I said 8 bottles of hairspray, right?
Roughly.
That was 7.
Yeah.
8 now.
Per spike. Yeah. No, I spiked Pedrinho's dad's hair, which was about as long as Brooks, so we can definitely get that rolling.
All right.
Looking forward to it after the game. We'll give it a shot.
Hairspray, don't leave home without it. Cleats, shin guards, hairspray. For all you young aspiring competitors.
That's great.
Don't try this at home.
Absolutely not. You can poke your eye out.
If you want to be liked, don't spike your hair. If you want to be feared, you know.
So go with the spike for fear. And if you want to be liked, just go bald like me.
Correct.
Oh, 2-on-1. Cincinnati coming, the shot off the boards, rebound, shot. Deflected off a Cincinnati player and cleared away by Ortiz. Not far enough, though. Israel. Under the near side. Stovall. Back to the far side. Zavala. No one here. Lancers will try to hustle down and keep possession. Venino. Lazarco. It's a tough one. Herling's calm and composed. So, Elliot, this one kind of has a feel like the band is getting back together. The legends, you and Lubo and Enrique and Schindler, all coming back. Ortiz. How'd that feel to see all the guys again?
Man, it's crazy. I have not seen Lubo in 7 years.
Wow.
He was year 1, and that was it. Ortiz stayed in touch with them. They're buddies, and he invited him out. Enrique and I live in Seattle and play together, so that's not such a long one. But, yeah, now we have young Jake and young Gary Boughton as team captains. Far out.
Unbelievable.
All grown up, Joe.
Doug had a great comment this morning on the Kick This show. We'll talk about it in a second. Is this what shot is blocked by Schindler? That's the guy I'm going to talk about. After his first indoor game in 2011 at the Blue Cross Arena for the Lancers, Jake Schindler was convinced he was going to get cut. And now look at the development. Look what he's turned into in the indoor game and outdoor as well.
Yeah, and I was telling him that yesterday, actually. You know, he trained for a while and didn't get a look, and then he earned a spot, and now he's...
Oh!
Wow, bicycle kick from Enrique. Incredible attempt.
Didn't mean to cut you off there, but that was amazing. Enrique taking a page out of the book of Mauricio Salas.
Yeah, so Jake is just unbelievable improvement over even the first year, but now he's just a solid veteran, you know, undefeated in Utica, playing with them as well on loan.
Domenico Vitale played last night for the Lancers. He will not dress this evening because Utica does have a game tomorrow in the MASL. They're taking on Milwaukee, so that'll be a night of rest for him. And Brooke, you and I were talking before the game. These back-to-backs are tough. How do you bounce back?
They definitely take a toll on your body. I think just, you know, making sure you get proper food and hydration and getting a good night of sleep. Best form of recovery for your body.
They'll do it again next week. The Lancers back-to-back games. They're going to be at Muskegon on Friday, and then the Waza Flow on Saturday. And Elliot's going to visit with some of his good friends, the what is it again?
Scablonic. The brothers.
The brothers.
Yeah.
Had some classic broadcasts with those guys, haven't we?
Yeah, Mario and Dom, quite a rivalry. You know, they made a battle rap video on their bus on the way down, you know, to a game, if you remember, and released that. No lack of competitive juice flowing.
In terms of hair, production, on the field, everything.
Yeah, I actually took shots at their hair, you know, because they have some beautiful locks themselves.
Absolutely.
Mario with a full head of dreads and Dominic with his flowing lion's mane. So there's a real alpha battle for vanity when we get in the same room.
Who would you say wins that battle?
If I could jump in, I'm going to go Mohican. I'm going to go
Dominic. I like that all-natural.
Flow.
When I was in junior high, I permed my hair because I wanted body in my hair like that. I wanted an afro, but I just got mistaken for a girl a couple times and cut it. But, you know, take the knocks.
Oh, that is just classic stuff.
Yeah, one was at the bowling alley with my 8th grade girlfriend, and she was stifling her laughter, and that did not make me feel like a warrior.
You were just the warrior, then now you're the Mohican warrior.
Yeah, I had to
It's
upgrade.
the complete package now.
Yes.
All right, timeout is over. It's 7:51 left in the first quarter. Lancers and Swerve are tied at 1. Hope you're enjoying our antics tonight. Joe Giuliano, Elliot Fauski, and Brooke Barbuto on the call here tonight in Rochester. Good game so far, midway through the first quarter. Harling, Cunningham battling. Johnson, triple teamed, loses possession. It's one back off the chest, settled down, and cleared away. Knocked off Abbas. It's Johnson, a low shot. Cincinnati with some pressure here. Cunningham spins away, good ball for Lubo Kosic coming forward. Lubo tried to cut to his right, gets it, the shot! What a save from Wisenhunt.
Wow, incredible fingertip save. Lubo put a great cutback to get that shot off.
The veteran goalkeeper, 30-year-old Corey Wisenhunt with a big save there. Robbing Lubo Kosic of his first in 2019. Here's Diop. Michael Young back to Wisenhunt. Wisenhunt, a ton of experience in the outdoor game as well. Played in the USL with Antigua and the Dayton Dutch Lions. This one's intercepted. Lancers can break forward. They'll change instead and regroup with Schindler. Rossano. Back to Schindler. It's Godoy. Giving away Vanino to Rossano. We'll chip forward and couldn't get the shot off as Brad Vanino. This one's off the boards and out of play. 6:10 left in the first quarter. At the Ide Family Field at the Dome Arena. Elliot, you played at the Blue Cross Arena. 13,000 seat venue. Move into this more intimate space. How did it feel out there compared to the Blue Cross?
Yeah, it's vastly different. You know, you're right on top of the action, you know, sellout crowd. It's awesome. The Blue Cross Arena can really drown out a crowd with its spacious dome and high ceiling. So I really like this. They did an incredible job remodeling it. I didn't see it before, but this is a very professional venue. I really enjoy being out there.
Another great crowd on hand tonight and still coming in. Ortiz buried one at 4:02. Can he do it again? Great restart. Cincinnati up to the challenge, though. Enrique off the chest of Boughton. Enrique with a rocket, poked away by Wisenhunt. Back to Enrique. He is just firing at will.
Great shot.
Another one. Blocked in front. They want a handball. They're going to get the call.
Wow, persistence paying off there. Enrique with 6 shots in a matter of 10 seconds.
Another restart opportunity. What do the Lancers have up their sleeve here? Schindler will be the architect here. 5:44 left. 3 in the wall for Cincinnati. Schindler, 2 goals last night. Looking for more. Schindler gets the cue. The shot right at Wisenhunt. And that was a rocket right at the keeper. Quickly restarts outside to Diop. Ortiz crashes against the boards but keeps possession of the ball. Oof. An absolute bomb from Johnson, but Ortiz was fouled. And Lancers will have a restart on the far side. Lancers winning 7-3 last night. What was some of the feedback you guys got regarding that game?
Just keep it simple, keep to the game plan. You know, a lot of us hadn't played together much before. Some guys are new to the indoor game, so really just sticking to the basics of making the simple pass and movement instead of trying to complicate it too much early coming out of the back. And as you see tonight, if we do that like we've done, we create a lot more opportunities once you get it forward.
It's been an action-packed first quarter as the Lancers looking to get in the lead here against a very competitive, very tough Cincinnati team. Out of play by Rossano. Nope, last touch by Zavala. Lancers will come back with a restart. Anthony Rossano, the 25-year-old, put at the College of Albany. Also plays NPSL with the Outdoor Lancers.
Playing a dangerous game back there in front of the goal, and Marcelo finally gets to clean it up.
It's it to Boughton. Knocked off the ball, but the Lancers play on with possession. There's Lubo Kosic to Harling. Schindler off the boards. Good ball, top of the arc, nobody home. Zavala. Cincinnati's going to slow it down, regroup, start the attack once again. Fiore back to Wisenhunt. Johnson. Crossfield, Fiore. Good anticipation from Earthquake Jake. Lubo Kosic, double teamed, still fights it, gets it to Gary Boughton. Little backheel pass, Lubo, the shot!
Oh my goodness, what an attempt. Cheeky little bit of indoor play there, love that.
That was great all around though. The keeper made another great save.
Great reaction by him.
Yeah, that arm came out of nowhere. You can see the difference of an experienced indoor goalkeeper.
Yeah, night and day. I mean, his 2 fingertip saves are keeping them in the game for sure.
Absolutely. Looking over at the Lancers bench, there's some familiar medical staff behind the players. Dave DiPasquale, my former roommate on the road trips, and is it true, Dr. Mansick?
Dr. Mansick, man. Wasn't he 20 when he started out? What is going on?
He was 13, I thought.
All kinds of educated. It's a good thing he became a doctor. That guy loves to eat his healthy food.
Kyle Mansick, actually a PA, officially physician's assistant. Cincinnati with Michael Young, 3:25 and counting. Young, far corner, looking for Washington. Shot can't be put on frame by Kickoff. Cunningham, 1 to beat, cuts it inside. Cunningham, burst of speed, the shot, it's in! Cunningham's got his 2nd of the season. 12:02, Cunningham.
Great Great individual effort there.
Boy, he is coming on strong. Yesterday, he beat 4 defenders to score, and here he just used his speed. No need to beat 4.
Is that going to be unassisted? Couldn't tell who had the touch. Unassisted is the official word. Great looks in the replay from our production crew at SE Video. I love that reverse angle that we get. Gives us a complete view of the build-up as the Lancers have a 2-1 lead. Looking for more. Wisenhunt has to quickly clear it. Poked forward by Zavala. Played to Harling. Marcelo Barrera. Ortiz, Schindler, Harling. There's Godoy. Steigelman. Boughton. Does he have another celebration plan? Well, not now, because it's Diop coming forward. Good ball outside. Good ball across. Bouncing ball loose in the box, picked up there by Marcelo.
Speaking of good goalkeeping, Marcelo's been excellent. Yesterday had some amazing saves, and tonight we're definitely needing him here because Cincinnati is putting on a lot more attack than Detroit had in the first quarter.
Ludmil Kosic. Just over a minute and 45 to play. Ortiz, look at that space he's got to come forward. Takes a touch. Back to the Costa Rican Enrique.
The Costa Rican Warrior.
Futsal champion.
Yeah, he was playing first division futsal at a very young age as a teenager when he was back in Costa Rica. Very cheeky, as his bicycle kick denotes.
Saw Enrique earlier this week, and 29 years old, still looks like a 17-year-old.
He's looking forward to getting into rated R movies without ID, Joe.
Ortiz, they get the header up and over Young, but he's a tall presence in the middle of the field. Enrique is going to work it on the ground. Taken away. Chance now coming are the Swerve. Zavala's shot deflected by Rossano and off the boards. Just over a minute to play. Enrique, good composure, finds Ortiz. Lazarco. Schindler.
Lazarco's a nice pickup with this futsal experience. He's very clean on the ball, moves it well. It's a great addition for us.
He had a good debut last evening. 30 seconds left, one more push. Cincinnati trying the first one here as they battle Johnson and Harling. Got away with it, 2-on-1. Boughton, good touch forward. He's got Cunningham. Gets it to him. The shot, and it's in! Beautiful setup and a beautiful finish. What a way to end this quarter.
Wow. Great first touch from Gary as we had put ourselves into unnecessary trouble in our defensive end. Dug it out, connected the passes, 2v1 forward. Excellent execution.
Great burst of speed from Cunningham, too, to get there and that composure, just getting it on target.
Cunningham has got his second of the game, third of the season, and Gary Boughton setting the table beautifully at 14:48 to give Rochester the 3-1 lead after trailing at 3:16 of this first quarter. Rochester with the last 3 goals, Ortiz and Cunningham twice. Diop, couple seconds left here. Can he get the shot off? He can't, and that will bring the quarter to a close as Rochester 3-1. After 1 quarter of play, the Lancers have a 3-1 lead. Goals from Ortiz and 2 from Cunningham. Rochester trailed 1-0 after 3 minutes and 16 seconds, but they came storming back with 3 goals as we look to begin quarter number 2. Brooke, your thoughts on that first quarter for Rochester?
I think it was an action-packed first quarter. I think Rochester did a great job bouncing back and capitalizing their opportunities. I think Cunningham did a great job coming out of the midfield and joining the attack and getting those shots on target, and it definitely helped. They're up 3-1, so hopefully they can keep it going, keep the momentum going into halftime.
I think you said something so crucial there, on target. That was a piece that was lacking last night for sure.
Fitness might have had a part to play in it. You know, it was definitely their first game. A couple of the teams have obviously had a few more games, but I think they're only getting stronger and getting better every game.
This is the 5th game for Cincinnati, only the 2nd for the Lancers. Johnson. Gray to Fiore. Fiore pressured by Steigelman, and that pressure forces a giveaway here, and a dangerous restart opportunity coming up for Rochester once again. See what they have in their bag of tricks. Boughton, Ortiz, Enrique, Schindler, and Steigelman. A ton of indoor experience.
What's the call?
What's that call?
It could have been taking more than 5 seconds.
I didn't see him counting.
Once the ball is placed, the referee's arm, silently working the 5 counts. I didn't take note of it, but that is protocol, whether or not that happened.
Well, there's a chance for Ortiz. And that is open. Oh, wide open goal. Gary Boughton was thinking about the celebration before the finish.
Boy, that is a gutting one. Jeremy did an excellent job of laying that up. The G-Child from Buffalo. We having nightmares about that one. He'll try to get that back.
Buffalo.
The Buffalo guy.
Oh, we talked about that last night. Ray Martinez, the person we are lovingly referring to, is on his way here. He had a game in Buffalo, I'm being told, and he'll be here shortly.
Yeah, we had a dancer named Allie, and of course I'm Elliot, and he called us both Ollie. But he didn't realize it until we were in the same room, and then it really confused him.
The header, it's wide. I don't want to repeat myself, but last night I was telling the story, and we'll talk about that after the goal from Lubo Kosic. On a blast, 4-1 Rochester, 126 into the second quarter. It's Lubo. And for Lubo, his first goal since returning to the Rochester Lancers. There's a look at that replay coming up. Godoy will get the assist.
Love that. That takes the pressure off the open goal missed. After that, that haunts you for the immediate moments if you're not able to immediately shrug it off. So good for Lubo for capping that run for us.
Now, you see this ball he's signing right now. This is not your traditional soccer ball. They were walking around the arena. This ball lights up as you kick it. It is one of the coolest things I've seen. One lucky fan is going to get this, and they're going to be really, really happy. I've got to buy one on the way out for my kids. This is awesome.
So you might say when this ball is kicked, it's lit, Joe.
It is lit, my friend. There it is.
Oh, my goodness. You could use that out in the woods if you need a flashlight. Work on your skill at the same time.
Doug's going to use those at practice next week, work on their finishing.
Yeah, can't miss it, right? A little more excitement for those balls when they come out. They're going to do 5 of those tonight.
It'll be great for when the power goes out again.
Yeah, they thought of every contingency.
Everybody turn your phone on, play with that ball. All right, here we go. Restart for Cincinnati. Zavala over to take it. He's got 4 goals on the season. Just to the right of Marcelo Barrera. For Young. Gets a hard shot away, but the accuracy is off the mark.
Brad Venino with the vintage indoor roll to block the shot.
Venino, 2 years of experience both indoors and outdoors. And that's an art. that you really have to develop. The shot block, whether it's hockey, especially indoor soccer. Your buddy, Mr. Cicluna, leads the league with 6 block shots.
Wow.
Not afraid to sacrifice his body.
As well as red cards while we're on record-breaking statistics.
Giveaway here. Godoy. And Lazarco! The Lancers are starting to open this one up. It's Godoy with another helper. And Lazarco, his first goal as a Lancer.
Man, love that. Excellent bit of ball work. We are really opening up, Joe, and against a stronger opponent than we saw last night.
Absolutely. 2:02 time of the goal. An explosive start to the quarter.
It looks like Dougie's raising of his decibels in the locker room has raised the level of play.
It's
coming to us.
Oh! I almost had a couple happy kids.
Brooke,
Joe, I might have dove in front of you for that one.
Brooke, they're 12. Let them be.
I'm a kid at heart.
Lazarco with his first as a Lancer in Cincinnati. It's probably a good time to take a timeout. Things were starting to get a little out of hand as Rochester with 2 goals in the first 2 minutes. This timeout brought to you by Top Notch Tony. Top Notch Monogramming out in Pittsford. They do a tremendous job with the embroidery and laser printing. Great sponsor of Rochester Lancers soccer and soccer in general in the Rochester community.
Yeah, Top Notch Monogramming has been awesome. I've dealt with them individually and through the Lancers, and they are excellent at what they do. Great people, great soccer historians. Their store has just a wall of amazing old NASL, Pele, etc.
It's got a little Waza flow to it.
That's actually what I thought it was at first. I was like, man, Waza's trying to get us
Moving to
everywhere,
Rochester.
man, getting in our head. Waza Nation is trying to take over Rochester Nation. Small chance, gentlemen.
Never. Not with the Mohican Warrior
No, sir.
on the watch.
Standing at the gates.
So how's the recording career coming along?
Man, I'm just enjoying myself. You know, it's mostly promotional. Love to step outside the cave on occasion and give a shout out to great Rochester Nation.
I got to ask you this. I've watched all your videos. They're fantastic. But your last one with the blue get up on, you're out in public. You're in the streets. What kind of feedback are you getting from people and looks? You got a camera guy, obviously, and a sound guy. And
Somewhere between admiration and jealousy, Joe, when they see the superhero Long Johns.
Oh, if you haven't seen them, how do they check these out on YouTube? What's the way to check it out?
You can look up Mohican Warrior
Okay.
or Elliot Foskey. You know, they pop up and
Well
the
worth.
the YouTube rabbit hole takes over.
Well worth the time to check that out. Elliot Foskey or the Mohican Warrior. Very entertaining stuff. Something's going to come big of that, believe me. 5-1. Rochester trailed 1-0, and they have had some different ideas here. Cincinnati did not play last night. They did travel here today. Decided not to stay overnight. Made the trip straight from Cincinnati. Could be a little fatigue there, but the Lancers, I'm sure, much more empty in the tank as they had a hard-fought game last night.
Yeah, back-to-back is difficult, but also, you know, homeowner, the emotions surrounding that can be draining,
Yep.
and you never know where your game fitness is till you play a game. So back-to-back is definitely a challenge.
Ooh. Played back to the keeper and almost caught him off guard.
Enrique giving chase, keeping him trapped in the corner.
In front, he just couldn't get to it. Steigelman looking to help out the Costa Rican. Good step from Schindler. So hard to beat.
The Lancers definitely don't look like they played a game yesterday.
A lot of bounce in their step. We'll see if they, good quick throw downfield. The shot and a goal!
Now that was an ill-timed sub from the Lancers. At least 2 heading to the bench while in possession of the other team. Not sure who it was, but it was either an error of inexperience or rust from the offseason. That was unacceptable. They had 2 free players down the pitch, Joe.
Yeah, no chance there for Marcelo Barrera, but, give Cincinnati credit. Wisenhunt with that distribution. Good awareness.
Yeah, great capitalization on the error.
Abbas, his 7th goal, now leading the Eastern Conference with that finish as Cincinnati makes it 5-2. Off the foot of Lubo. Ryan Gray will have the restart. His third appearance of the season. Immediate triple team from the Lancers. Wearing the pink jerseys. Those will be auctioned off tonight for the Breast Cancer Coalition of Rochester following the game. Right here in the Goal Kick Lounge. Post-game party in-house. No driving, no traveling, just a couple steps up the stairs here and post-game party time.
Yeah, another feature of this Dome Arena, just an amazing party deck, you know, at the bar restaurant so people can hang out afterwards and players and fans alike can enjoy themselves.
Schindler is dumped. Taken down there by the goal scorer, Abbas. Jake will take a look, put that number in his memory. Barrera to Schindler. 10:39 left in the first half. Vanino. Dumped there by Michael Young. Boughton. Looking for Harley, but Godoy and the Lancers are going to restart. Rafael Godoy, 2 assists tonight. Starting to get his taste of the indoor game.
Recently engaged, feeling fresh. He stood on the soccer ball with both feet there without pressure. I think that's just a celebration of glee for the forthcoming matrimony.
Is that what happens?
I wouldn't know, Joe.
I didn't have that feeling, but
Pretty lonely in the Warrior Cave.
I must have missed that feeling when I got engaged
Yeah.
20 years ago. We've got 9:57 left. It's Cincinnati on the restart, Wisenhunt. And the Swerve trailing the Lancers 5-2. Steigelman, Enrique, hustling back to win it. Is Suli Kayed. Rossano's got time to set it. A little heavy on the touch. Top of the arc. Shot and a goal! Lazorco from Enrique.
Hey, Enrique, the Costa Rican Warrior, bringing out that futsal, cheeky, engaging 2 defenders, and the little toe poke layup. Rossano making sure of it.
Second of the quarter, second of the season. Here's a look at it again. Lazorco's second of the season.
Lazorco, I'll be darned.
Not as much excitement for the little ones. They don't light up. But a happy fan will take this one home tonight. Enrique with the assist. 6-2 Rochester. Michael Young. Good step by Schindler. This one transitioning back and forth with great pace. Steigelman. Cunningham. Still Cunningham looking to dance and weave in and out of traffic. Lancers with goals tonight in the run of play. Only one off a set piece. Last night was just the opposite. Power play goal and 3 set piece goals. Tonight it's in the flow of the game.
Yeah, I can't overemphasize how much better we look tonight in the discipline of sticking to the game plan. We haven't executed it properly every time, but far better already in this first half.
Impressive 6-2 lead right now for the Lancers. Players get tangled up behind the play. It's Rossano along with Jacob Stovall. Stovall's 4th appearance of the season. Played at Wright State University. He's got 3 goals, 3 assists for Cincinnati. They'll play it back to Wisenhunt. Right down the middle to Diop. Diop started off extremely effective. A lot of touches on the ball, but he has been held in check. And one thing I was thinking about last night, you've got the glass around the curves and obviously near the goal, but with no glass along the sidelines, you saw Lazorko jumping in and getting hugged by the fans. You feel like you're on top of everything.
Yeah, that was the biggest thing I was excited about this environment, is that the fans are right on the field for a great experience. Hold on to your beverage and don't lose sight of the ball.
Oh, cleared off the line.
Great clearance.
Jeremy Ortiz. And we've seen it over the years. He is everywhere.
Yeah, great all-around player. Excellent set of skill, and he's like a little pit bull on top of it.
Won the 2016 championship with the Baltimore Blast. Mr. Ortiz. Good ball off the boards. Rossano leaves it there, and Godoy takes a swipe and goes down hard.
Joe, speaking of our minimalist boards, these are the shortest boards I've seen as far as the ones on the goal end, and it allows for the least room for error when playing long balls, and that really encourages ball to the feet. You know, you see there's not a lot of balls to the targets off the glass.
Good point from the indoor expert who has stepped out of the cave. Vanino, good ball off the boards. Wisenhunt gets it to Diop.
Thank you for that accolade, Joe.
Oh, anytime.
I have a PhD, a pretty honest demeanor.
Out of the cave for almost 2 days now. Things may get a little nerve-wracking come fourth quarter for the Mohican Warrior.
Yes, adjusting to daylight is always the challenge.
Little shove from behind by Mr. Lazorko, who's got 2 goals this quarter. Basically a corner kick restart for the Swerve. Fiore leaves it. Good ball. The shot. Johnson's going to want that one back.
Yeah,
the
well,
Northern Kentucky product.
Great setup from them. Just lacking in the execution graciously, if you're a Lancer fan.
6:48 left in the second quarter. Lancer 6, Swerve 2. Rochester goes to Michigan next week for a game in Muskegon and then in Detroit. Wazaflo will be hungry for revenge, I'm sure. If you look at Muskegon, the Risers are 1-2. They're playing the defending champion Chicago Mustangs this evening at the LC Walker Arena. That's their home. Loose ball. Wisenhunt has to be quick to react off the shot. Zavala trips up on the turf. Shot by Young in front, poked home. Kickoff with the goal, Young with the assist, and Detroit down by, or Cincinnati down by 3 at 8:53 of the second quarter. And for Kickoff, that'll be his first of the season.
Yeah, heading towards the halftime break, Cincinnati refusing to go in with such a large deficit. They are still pushing the pressure. Last time we were able to respond after their goal, so if we can snatch that momentum back, that definitely works in our favor.
This is our media timeout, 6:07 left in the first half. You know, and guys, we talked about this last night. In the indoor game, a 3-goal lead, like you said, it may as well be 2-1. That's not a very comfortable lead. That can be, you can bounce back from that pretty quick and pretty easy.
Yeah, they say it's a game of runs, and it couldn't be more true. You saw us, we went down 1-0, tied it up, and then before you knew it, it was 5-1.
So Detroit with 2 of the last 3 goals. Kickoff with his first from Young. He just got a step in front of Marcelo Barrera.
I don't even think Marcelo saw him coming. Came out of nowhere.
He's been in a tough situation on the goals he's given up tonight. Really not much of a chance. Abbas was wide open in front. Kickoff again just blasting it out of nowhere, as Brooks said. So for Marcelo, and he has had a tough look, but he's made the big saves when he's had to. Now he needs a little bit of help from his defensive mates. And some of the Lancer dancers passing out Some great prizes for the fans in attendance tonight. Again, 2,500 here last night, and not as many empty seats tonight. I think we may hit close to 3,000.
Yeah, it really goes off live in here. You know that you're able to sell out this venue and have the action right on top of the crowd. Can't say enough about what an exciting atmosphere that is.
Did you have a favorite venue besides Blue Cross Arena when we were going from 11 to 15? So, favorite city, favorite market to kind of play in?
Favorite market? I like Syracuse for the rivalry.
Yep.
You know, 45 minutes down the road, an hour or so. And the fans, you know, we got to know each other's players and fans, and so there was a little friendliness here and there, but boy, they would hand it to you when you're at their place. It was a good time.
The home crowd, the people from Syracuse, just great people.
I wonder why Brooke likes that.
Well,
I heard they're really good people there.
I don't have a problem with Syracuse. It's just the people that live there, Joe.
Ouch.
Do I have to sit between you two? You guys saw you knocking the ball around, little friendly touches before the game.
Yeah, Brooke brought her indoor boots that go up to her knees. So that didn't stop her from being able to kick the ball strong enough to get it over the goal.
That's why it's still up there in the netting. Okay, I
Yeah, I don't
understand
know who did that. I think he popped it with the spike. It was weird. It went flying out of control.
All zigzagging.
It took 3 game day staff members 15 minutes to dig it out. The game was delayed.
That's no joke. That is
We
the
played a
honest
quick
truth.
game of one touch. I won. No big deal.
Listen,
Brooke
you're the UWS MVP. You should have won.
I did.
There's no question about it.
When you're the MVP, the game
Lubo!
Wow, what a finish. Posting in off the left foot, near post. I would say he snuck it in, but there was a little bit of heat on it as well.
Well, guys, have fun looking at this one. What do you see?
Boom. I see return of greatness. Haven't seen him in 7 years. Love to see that. And Lubo with a more successful jump hug celebration than he and I shared in Syracuse in our first game, if you remember, in 2011.
Absolutely.
He went for chest bump. I went for hug. At the last minute, we both hopped and landed in each other's arms. It's a beautiful moment.
Now, if I'm not mistaken, that was a restart from Cincinnati, correct? That Lubo intercepted?
I have the memory of a goldfish, Joe. I didn't know we scored.
Oh. The Mohican Warrior. You know what? I've got a great skit for you. Newscaster. I mean, the whole table, the desk, the set, everything. Enrique. Schindler. Enrique. Shot, why not? It did hit the netting, so it'll be a restart for Wiz and Hunt.
Enrique came out hungry tonight. He wasn't particularly pleased with his first game, and he came out to make that point known.
Taken away by Rossano, but Stovall will keep it in the Lancers' half. This one is headed out of play. 5:08 left in the first half. Lancers now with a 7-3 lead. Lancers trying to get the flow back in their favor, and not the Waza flow. Fiore. Johnson. Gray, good ball off the boards. No one running on the backside. Vanino loses it to Fiore. Fiore riding up the back, or Vanino riding up the back of Fiore. Call for the foul. Restart here for Detroit. Cincinnati. Cincinnati, Detroit, same region, sort of, kind of.
I think they're both in the United States of America, if I'm not mistaken.
You are,
Heard that once or twice.
you
Not
are
sure.
brilliant. Restart is knocked away off the foot of Gray. Ortiz, crafty little header. Morero's got to be ready to go. Long throw downfield. Coming on is Steigelman, puts it across in front. Gary Boughton, showtime!
Little something for the fans, Joe.
Boughton taking a little rest there. Steigelman with the helper. And Gary's got another one.
Enjoying the game as a young buck should. Gary Boughton reestablishing the Lancers' goal differential.
8-3 for Gary Boughton. Picked up one last night. He's got his second of the season at 10:25 of the second quarter.
Boy,
Steigelman with the assist.
for Cincinnati, that can be demoralizing when you're grinding and earning a goal and you feel like you're going to gain some momentum only to have the Lancers come back and put another one in. That's excellent work.
The celebrations from Gary Boughton energizing the crowd. Last night, was it the Superman celebration?
Yes.
And tonight,
the ever humble Superman celebration.
He did tell me, I won't say what, but he told me he's got something special planned for the February homestand if he's lucky enough to score. So just stay tuned for that.
Oh, the suspense, Joe.
Oh, yes. Oh, yes. We'll give you something to look forward to while you're hanging out in the cave.
Always need something to look forward to. If you're not growing, you're dying.
Like it.
Entry ball from Enrique denied.
He's looking for Steigelman, but Lazorko is called for the foul. Triple threes on the clock. Lancers with an 8-3 lead. Zavala. Still Zavala, now to Young. Johnson, not the touch he wanted. Hops up and out of play, restart for the Lancers.
Passing it to 8 of his teammates at the same time. Unfortunately, they were not on the field.
Here's Boughton to Ortiz. Harling. Running forward is Cunningham, leaves it there for Steigelman. Fighting off, looking up for options. It's a turn. Steigelman, good turn. Toe poke. Wants the foul call for the Jersey Tug, doesn't get it.
Strong defense from Young, and Boomer ended up kicking the turf, which is not ideal for scoring goals typically. Brooke, would you agree, or do you employ
I've
that
never
tactic?
experienced that. I think you could relate maybe more to that. Let me know.
Here we go. The barbs
It's
are flying.
heating up.
The gloves are off. Schindler steps in hard, gets it away from Zavala. Barbudo versus the Warrior coming up at halftime. Laid off, no one there. Enrique will try it again. Nice pass.
Good pass.
The shot at a goal! August Finn with some beautiful help at the 13-minute mark as the Lancers up to 9.
Wow, Enrique with another assist. August, first game, first goal. Phenomenal.
They're doing a great job keeping it simple in the attacking third and just finding that open man.
Brooke, you've scored a lot of goals in your career, and you've seen a lot of celebrations, maybe your own. Was that a cartwheel or a round-off we saw?
Ooh, good
in the
question.
Celebration.
I'm going to, well, Brooke,
I think a cartwheel.
I agree.
Okay.
What was it discussed? Was he supposed to do a round off?
You're supposed to do a front flip.
No, that just satisfied my curiosity. I hadn't heard anything of it previously. Somewhat of a gymnast myself, I'm always impressed with complicated moves of that nature.
Looking forward to your halftime show.
You haven't seen him yet, have you, Brooke? He's done a halftime show before. He really has. Yes.
What better time?
Lancer Louie and I put on a clinic for the Lancer
It was
dancers.
a show. It was a show.
Yeah, I was injured. I wasn't supposed to be playing, but I came back early. But by then, we had already planned to do a dance with myself and the mascot. So I just did it midway through the game.
That is on YouTube as well. Search for Elliot Falski. 9-3 with a $1:39 left in the second quarter. Lancers on the verge of double digits in the first half. High scoring. Great energy here. Shot. 5 seconds.
5 seconds. Yeah, my schedule didn't allow this season, but the Lancer Dancers really wanted me to come back and be head coach. But Carrie was able to try to do her best in my absence.
Yeah, I think she does a pretty good job. She's got a little bit more experience. Not much, though.
Experience versus raw natural talent, Joe. I don't know. There's an argument for each.
Well, that talent's buried in a cave, though. 1:25 left. Harling with a beautiful low shot. Enrique to Boughton. Rocks it off the boards. And it's Diop. Abbas. And Enrique dumping Abbas behind the play. Restart here with 1:14 left in the half. Boughton. Venino, can he get a poke on it? Keeper's off his line. It's going to go in the net.
Wow.
It's Gary Boughton's goal. He'll take it.
Gary saw the opening and dribbled it at snail's pace 30 yards away. What vision, Joe. And Venino, what forethought to let it go.
That is a beautiful painting, Mr. Fauski. Boughton's second of the game, third of the year.
I've seen them work on that in training. Seen it once, seen it 100 times. Love it.
Was that part of the celebration? Was that supposed to be?
No, not the one he's
The
playing.
confused look around the arena.
That was great.
Everything is planned.
10-3. The coach at Erie Community College has got his third of the season. Looking to set it up. Instead, he got the finish, but Cincinnati comes right back. And they'll bury one to get 10-4. Final 50 seconds of the second quarter, and the Swerve respond. That goal coming from Kickoff, his second of the game. Right place, right time.
Now the Lancers with a Kickoff of their own here.
Will there be more scoring in this wild first half of play at the Dome Arena? 10-4 Lancers.
This is what makes indoor soccer so compelling, Joe. Just nonstop action. Virtually any time the ball is over your offensive half, you're in scoring distance.
Things are packed tight here at the Dome Arena. And Wisenhunt may have just been caught off guard with the onrushing Venino. Just gave him enough space to trickle it through on the midfield toe poke from Gary Boughton. Could be the longest goal he scored in his career. .30 seconds left. Enrique down, but back up. $10 goals in the second quarter combined. Harling, 15 seconds. Still Harling. Looking for Steigelman, couldn't get it off the boards back in front. Kickoff. One more shot off the boards in front. With 1 second left, Cincinnati gets a goal from Bryness. Bryness with the goal, Kickoff with the assist. 14:59, time of the goal.
Wow, don't blink.
Oh, unbelievable. Unbelievable. Bryness, his third goal of the season, and Kickoff gets his second assist. He's having a game tonight, 2 goals, 1 assist for Kickoff. And there is 1 second left in this second quarter. 11 goals combined. You want action? You want scoring in soccer? Well, there you have it, folks. And with that touch, first half comes to a close. Rochester 10, Cincinnati 5. After an explosive second quarter that saw, again, 11 goals between the two sides. Rochester with a lead, and we will take a break and come back with second half action. Rochester leading the Cincinnati Swerve by a score of 10-5. . All right, we have caught our breath. It is 10-5. The second quarter was absolutely incredible. The Lancers and Cincinnati combining for 11 goals. Lancers with 7, Cincinnati with 4. We're at 10-5 as we start the third quarter. I don't know about you guys, but I was exhausted calling all those goals, and I'm sure there's many more to come here as both teams make their way back out of the field to begin the second half.
Yeah, if I experience exhaustion from calling goals for the Lancers, I won't be overly harmed.
The Elliott Foskey, look at this. Turn around. Oh, look at this, a Tacoma Stars jersey. I love it.
Yes, I coached him and his brother, and yeah, he ordered it from the west to the east coast when I was out there on the Lancers hiatus.
That is
so
classic.
Dedication, brother. I really appreciate that. Thanks for coming to say hi.
That's Jeff Matthews and his son, the number 8 Tacoma Stars jersey. Foskey autograph too? Perfect.
Yes, sir.
That is a good-looking shirt,
top
except for the
left.
name on the back.
How much did he pay you to order that?
That is awesome. Looking good. Probably getting a lot of compliments tonight across the arena as the Mohican Warrior, a fan favorite here, no doubt. Whether it's a Tacoma Star jersey or a Lancers jersey, you are the man.
Hey, man, as soon as the Lancers are back, I'm back. It's a beautiful thing.
That's awesome. Enjoy the game, guys. That's classic. Beautiful jersey. I saw the number 8. I said, that's not Foskey from Tacoma. It is. Look at that. Great family. Great soccer people, the Matthews.
Yeah, it's incredible how some of these kids have grown up just in the 3.5 years we've been gone. So some of them I don't recognize.
But the connections that you have developed with the kids in this community, you came to my school a couple times, and the presentations and the bond that you form with the students, absolutely amazing.
Yeah,
more people coming up to see the
right.
Warrior.
And that was when you were in 9th grade. So
yeah, it was about 50 years ago.
yeah.
Cincinnati still in the huddle.
They're playing head games.
They are trailing 10-5. Lancers are going to start with Steigelman, Lazarco, Ortiz, or check that, Boughton, Schindler, and Rossano. It is Marcelo Barrera still in goal. Cincinnati lacking one more player to start the kickoff, and it's Diop who hops out, and he will get the kickoff underway here at the Dome Arena, the brand new home of the Rochester Lancers. Lights on, action underway. Diop with a shot, great save from Barrera. He punches it wide of the net. Cincinnati still coming with pressure. Another low shot, just wide of the frame. The Elliott Foskey meet and greet continues here at the Dome Arena. Johnson. Kickoff. Crossfield pass intercepted. Boughton gets it to Steigelman. Now it's Rossano. Lazarco. Enrique. To Ortiz. They'll go back and forth. Back to Enrique. The toe poke! Off the glass, and Lazarco's offering is high and off the netting at the far side of the field. Way left. Lancers attacking from right to left. Kickoff. Rossano steps in front. Lubo Kosic. Marked by Kickoff. They battle along the near side boards. Player taken down. Kosic called for the foul. 10-5 Lancers with the lead. Another beautiful crowd here at the Dome Arena. Gary Boughton double team. Able to get it to Ortiz.
Boy, Cincinnati coming out in the second half with renewed vigor. Can imagine it was an urgent message in their locker room at halftime.
Craig Rodas, the head coach, played for the Cincinnati Kings in the PASL. Also was the head coach of the United States arena soccer team. Behind the bench, Craig Rodas, the man in charge.
Not a bad credential.
Not bad at all. Shot swerving away from Boughton. Played back to Cunningham. Lancers regrouping out of the back with Marcelo Barrera.
Was that wordplay on that swerve there, Joe? I don't think this fans deserve to be subjected to that kind of humor.
Swerve. Oh. When do you go back to Washington?
5 a.m. tomorrow. I already asked.
I think you said my flight was at not soon enough.
Brooks 2 steps ahead.
a.m.
No, we hate to see you go
Taking him
back.
right to the airport after the game.
Oh, that's great. Marcelo trying to get involved with the Lancers attack. Plays it deep, looking for Vanino.
Inside of every goalie is a lonely field player that wants to be with the other guys at the other end. You don't want to find yourself in a 6th attacker position, but I don't think those goalies mind getting their shots in.
Well, Detroit's goalie was a very comfortable 6th attacker, wasn't he? Hit a
Yes.
great swerving shot.
Great shot.
Yeah. Off the head of Rossano. This will stay in play. Takes a little shove, keeps battling. No handball, will play on. Zavala. Still Zavala. Over the near side now. Kayed to Fiore. Back to Kayed. Suli Kayed, his debut game tonight with the Cincinnati Swerve. Trey Collins to Michael Young. Just no avenues, no gaps for Cincinnati to exploit. And it's given away down the middle of the field to Rossano. There's Enrique. Oh, what do you call that one?
Creative and unsuccessful. But I've seen him land that a number of times. He loves to be cheeky, and when he finds his rhythm, man, you know, he gets it by doing creative things. He's very effective.
Cunningham can't get it into that one. Wisenhunt will scoop it up. Megan Carter on the PA doing a great job. Soccer Sam claims she is the first female PA announcer in sports. A local radio celebrity, and now this one is poked in, and guess who got it? Kickoff, and that's going to lead to a kickoff because he's got his 3rd of the game. 4:46, the time of the goal, and Detroit now chipping away at this Lancers lead. I will get it right by the end of the night, I promise you.
I'm not offended, Joe.
I am.
They're all faceless enemies to me.
Thank you, I feel better now.
Yeah.
3rd of the game for Kickoff, 3rd of the season. He came in with 1 assist, and he buries that one unassisted at 4:46. This one far from over. If Cincinnati can keep chipping away, they're only down now by 4.
So far, Rochester's been able to answer back to each of their responses. So if we can be successful one more time here, that goes a long way. The longer the game goes on, the more that gets in your psyche, the more desperate you become and can make more mistakes.
Burst of speed from Johnson, but he's slowed down by Cunningham and Finn. There's Finn applying pressure on Zavala. Good pressure from August Finn. And he'll win it back for the Lancers. Good work. And Rossano hammered down. Zavala will go to the box. First penalty of the game. He's in disbelief, but at 5:41, the Lancers will go on a power play. They picked up 1 power play goal last night. They'll look for their 2nd of the season now. Eduardo Zavala will serve 2 minutes. Man advantage here for the Lancers. Restart. Taken by Kosic, or Schindler, excuse me. Gary Boughton. Schindler. Man advantage for the home side. Coming into this one, Cincinnati has been shorthanded 8 times. They have killed all 8 perfect on the PK. Will that change here tonight? That one sneaks through under the foot of Steigelman. Sent down the far side, 3-line pass.
Here's a great opportunity, a restart with a man advantage.
Yeah, what does that do? I mean, that gives you so many more options, doesn't it?
Well,
with the space that'll open up.
Yeah, their wall has to go down to 2 because you have to account for either side. So now there's more space for shooters.
Ortiz did bury one on a set piece similar to this. There's the 2-man wall stepping forward to the arc. Schindler over the ball. Ortiz.
Oh.
Steigelman. Gets it back to Schindler. Steigelman rocks one off the boards, and Weisenhunt will pounce on it. 1:13 left in the man advantage for the Lancers against a Cincinnati team that has been perfect penalty killing this season. Can the Lancers change it? Ortiz, Schindler tees it up.
Great ball.
Redirected and just wide of the frame.
Yeah, excellent goal.
Schindler
sorry,
times,
excellent
space, drives, right at the keeper.
Schindler made a great pass. Boomer caught between a shot and a cross, unable to convert.
Steigelman, Enrique, 37 seconds left in the man advantage. Schindler coming forward. Boughton. Ortiz. Steigelman! Up and off the mark. 7:43 left in the third. 24 seconds left in the power play for the Lancers.
Yes, blue card penalties in indoor soccer are nuanced like that of hockey, where you get a man advantage for 2 minutes. And the goal, the strategy typically employed is to try to kick the ball in your opponent's goal for 1 point.
Indoor soccer power play for dummies. Thank you.
You got it.
Different than in the normal game where you try to kick the ball in the opponent's goal.
Exactly. So you're seeing the distinction.
Oh, we are starting again. Enrique, what a finish!
What a finish. What a shot.
What a weekend it's been for Enrique! Power play goal.
Oh, yeah, the Costa Rican warrior, Enrique.
He heard the directions from Elia on how to score on a power play, and what do you know?
Yeah, I didn't want to overcomplicate it.
Enrique with a goal tonight, also 2 assists on the evening. He's got 2 goals overall. His second of the season. He's got 2 goals, 2 assists tonight. And the Costa Rican has a lot to be proud of as the Lancers with an 11-6 lead. And Elliot, you mentioned it. Cincinnati scores, Lancers respond to stretch the lead back to 5.
Yeah, I've been in that position. It gets really disheartening. You know, the Lancers have been very effective with their attack, more consistently than last night, obviously. So this is great. I'm ecstatic. You know, it looks like we really worked out some kinks last night.
11-6 as we are about midway through quarter number 3. An offensive explosion from the Rochester Lancers as we are in the media timeout. Don't forget you can check out the Lancers on the road next week on YouTube. It'll be Friday, January the 11th against the Muskegon Risers. Muskegon playing tonight against the Chicago Mustangs. And coming back home on February the 1st right here at the beautiful new home, the Dome Arena for the Rochester Lancers. Back underway in third quarter action with Rossano heading it to the center circle. Into the corner, Trey Collins. Battles with Ortiz. That one off balance, sent high and out of play by Richardo Israel. leads the league with 4 assists, or the Eastern Conference, I should say. But Enrique, after tonight's performance, he picks up 2 assists. He's halfway there to taking that lead. Rossano, Gary Boughton, who scored a rocket from midfield in the first half. I guess it doesn't matter, they all go in, right? They all
count the same.
That's right.
No 3-point goals anymore.
The 3-pointer, that would have been a great one.
Yeah, that would have been highlight reel 3-pointer. The farthest and slowest combination in history that would be.
Now, if you look at the Lancer bench, Dave DePasquale and Kyle Mansick deep in a discussion. I'm sure they're talking strategy. How can the Lancers maintain this lead?
Or they're sharing medical tips.
Oh, could be that too. Good hustle back from the Red Mamba. Earthquake Jake.
Earthquake Jake the Snake.
Backing in, Lubo almost got the shot away on the big turn.
Good effort there from Jake. Lubo couldn't quite get his foot on it.
Lazarco. Schindler battling there with Israel. Long shot from distance. Maybe a pass off the boards. Abbas. Harling reads it well, knocks it out of danger. Schindler. This will stay in play. Vanino runs into a brick wall and Michael Young, and he is down. Referees will let play go on. Vanino is up on his feet. I don't think he saw Young there. Just turned into a wall. 5 minutes left in the third quarter. 11-6, Lancers leading the Swerve. Stolen by wide open in front! And the Lancers finish with Steigelman getting some great help from Gary Boughton.
Boy, night and day since last night. Ooh. Excellent execution.
Third goal of the year for Steigelman. The Franz are celebrating as the Lancers now double the lead. It's 12-6. And Gary Boughton, he has had a night as well. Boughton with 2 goals tonight, 1 assist. Nick at 2 assists now. .10:04, time of the goal. Boomer Steigelman. Lancers looking for more. The pride of Buffalo. Boughton. Steigelman. Steigelman played indoors as well with the Harrisburg Heat in the MASL. He's got some experience in this wild game. Finn. Applying pressure. Now Fiore.
Lancers are applying high pressure deep in Cincinnati's end. Cincinnati breaks pressure nicely.
Lazarco, chance to come 2-on-1. He's got Lubo. Puts it across. Lubo, the shot, and it hit the post! I thought it was in. It came off the back post, but nope, Lubo robbed.
Wow, inside corner, man. Came right across the face of the goal. Unlucky no goal there.
Abbas. Looking for Trey Collins. Heavy touch. And Lubo took a knee right off the thigh. He's going to take a couple seconds here to get himself back together. 3:41 left in the third. The Lancers with a 12-6 lead. Lubo Kosic down on the turf.
Showing even Quadzilla can be brought to his knees.
Lubo with a goal tonight in the second quarter. He's up and at it once again. 3:35 left, third quarter. Far side boards. Lubo. Enrique. Enrique gets through the crowd, playing on the ground. Little toe poke. Not enough to trouble the keeper, but a good effort nonetheless.
Figured if Gary can get one from half field slow rolling, I'll take one from the top of the box.
I think we've seen it all tonight, haven't we?
Man, I'm enjoying myself.
Slow pass finally gets back to Gray. Up and over the crowd, headed away by Jake Schindler. Johnson, good ball outside. And that's a tough one to take one time out of the air. Barrera. He's backed up by the mechanic, Mark Sotilli.
The American dream. The Lancers are fond of a multiplicity of nicknames,
Have we ever?
even for a single individual. No less aided by our assistant Cuban coach, Ray Boom Boom Martinez, who would rather make up 6 wrong names on accident for you than land on the correct one.
Ortiz looking for some help from Vanino. Sent forward now for Collins. Slowed down by Boughton. Lancers regroup defensively.
Well done to stop that break. That could have been dangerous 2v1 territory.
Zavala. Good interception.
Great read.
Cunningham loves those dashing runs. This one's way up to the top row. Looks like Rafa Godoy is being held out for the remainder of this one. He's got his warm-up on and is sitting behind the players on the bench.
He came out late from halftime, I think with a little bit of a limp.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
He took a knock, I
He
believe,
did, right in front of the bench before halftime.
out the rest of the way here, so Lancers.
Oh, that collision earlier, yeah.
Oh,
Excellent tackle.
Great tackle.
get a crack from up here. Lancers have to shuffle the lines just a little bit here with Godoy sitting out the rest of this one. 1:25 left in the third quarter. It is Steigelman to Boughton. Thread the needle there. Oof.
Ooh, that did
Oh,
not
my
look
goodness.
good.
Ah. He
Oh,
bounces up quickly. We all felt that one, didn't we?
Looked like he went over his ankle, but I think the pressure relieved just before danger.
Steigelman will come off, and she'll get a close look at Dave DePasquale. Looks like he'll be okay. Less than a minute to play in the third quarter. Lancers 12-6 lead, 2 goals in this quarter. Enrique and Steigelman. Kickoff got the hat trick to start off the third quarter scoring. I'd like to thank Jill Rizzo for all her help here tonight, controlling the microphone and keeping us on time and in check. It's hard to do with the Warrior and Barbudo, but we are trying to make a go of it here.
Yeah, we respect her babysitting skills.
I knew I was in trouble.
For one of us more than the other.
We'll leave that up to discretion.
Speaking of ourselves,
24 seconds left. And Ortiz and the Lancers try to come forward. One time can't. Behind Stovall. Enrique, who has been a standout today. Toe poke forward. Final few seconds. This one hops over the far side glass with 6 seconds left. 12-6. Lancers leading Cincinnati. And third quarter comes to a close. Rochester, 2 goals to stretch their lead to 12-6. We are back. Fourth quarter kickoff. Lancers 12, Cincinnati 6. Hope you're enjoying our coverage, our antics, I should say. Joe Giuliano, Elliot Fauski. He is the Mohican Warrior. Brooke Barbuto has been entertained, and she has been fighting back as well tonight. She's thrown some punches at the Mohican Warrior.
Rudely.
He's going to retreat back to the cave and have to lick his wounds.
Gary Boughton with strong play. Super skillful. Carrying 3 players. Oh.
Cheeky stuff.
Venino with the behind the leg flick to finish, saved.
Boughton with 2 goals, 2 assists on the evening. Enrique, 2 goals, 2 assists. Lubo, 2 goals. The Lancers have 12 overall in the evening. Another tremendous turnout here at the Dome Arena for the Rochester Lancers. Hard challenge there. Enrique almost coming forward. He's looking for the hat trick. Will he get it? He's got some help from Vanino. Gets it to Vanino off the boards. Nobody there on the backside. Stovall, Gray, Zavala. Heavy hop up and over the boards. Tonight's attendance, 2,718. Another huge turnout. As Steigelman has an empty net, it will trickle in. Boomer Steigelman should get credit for that one to make it 13-6. Now, is that going to be an own goal, or is it Mr. Steigelman who gets the credit?
I don't know, but he had an awkward doggy pile for his effort nonetheless.
Cunningham played the ball in, and Steigelman, really a nasty collision there. Got his foot on it, and then it just was knocked over the line by a Detroit player. For Steigelman, if he gets the goal, that's his 4th of the season and 2nd of the evening. For Michael Cunningham, he's got 2 goals, and he'll pick up an assist as well, his 1st of the season. Well, we've seen all sorts of goals here from the Lancers tonight. They will give it to Boomer.
Well, if I had to choose the stat, go to the attacking team.
I agree.
Tag an own goal on it. He was in an effort to save it, so I think that's a good call.
His 4th of the season, 2nd of the evening, and Cunningham with 2 goals, 1 assist. So a multiple point night for several of the Lancers players. 5 seconds. That's the second time Rochester. Is it the third one?
Yeah, that is the
Third one in the game, yeah.
Those could come back to haunt you in a contest that's maybe a little closer. I'm sure Doug Miller will be addressing that.
Counting to single-digit integers on our hand has been difficult thus far.
Fiore to Young. Low shot blocked. Still Michael Young. Hassled, but plays it back to Fiore. Enrique stretching out, just couldn't get it to completely stop. Ortiz. Oh, Lubo. Almost got it forward to the streaking Jeremy Ortiz. But Fiore comes away with it for Cincinnati. Lubo will take it back. He was 1v3 and he won the battle.
Testing his agility there.
And a little dump there as it's Osmic, a 25-year-old who played 4 games outdoors with the NPSL Lancers, taken down.
Joe, in this 4th quarter, it's going to be extremely vital that we continue to move the ball. As you can tell, fatigue seems to be setting in a little bit for some of those guys who are playing their 2nd game in as many nights.
Lubo, Lubo, Lubo. Corner. Back to Cunningham. Driven shot, rebound. Cleared away by Cincinnati. Washington. Looking for a shot. Lays it off, top of the arc, left-footed shot. What a save from Barrera! Oh, and the rebound is pounded home by Washington. Tremendous save initially by Barrera, but Washington at 2:49 buries one. That's his second of the season.
Unfortunate result from Barrera after such a great first effort. It's really incumbent on the defenders to get to that rebound so they don't allow that to happen.
That is an amazing save, and unlucky for him, he just couldn't get that rebound. Kept out of the net. 13-7 now. 2:49 time of the goal from Washington. Israel gets the assist. And Israel, that's his 5th of the season, leading the Eastern Conference. Probably getting a little nervous that Enrique starting to catch up to him with a couple of assists tonight. Trying to stretch his lead.
Yeah, I saw a Swerve attacker trying to run around Jake Schindler's shoulders. If you're not fit, I wouldn't attempt it.
Absolute brick wall. Schindler now also playing with Utica City FC in the MASL. Also played with the Syracuse Silver Knights. Lazorko, his pass is blocked. Schindler picks it up. Zavala intercepts. Gets through 2 Lancer players. Still Zavala. A little too aggressive from the veteran, Enrique.
Yeah, a little bit of a veteran foul there without attaining a blue card, able to stop the play.
Diop looking. Just couldn't turn his hips around to get that shot away. Good defense by the Lancers. Vanino. Good hustle from Lazorko to keep that one forward. Rossano. To Schindler. Off the boards on the near side. The pride of Buffalo, Gary Boughton. Giving the fans some love.
Gary Boughton really enjoyed scoring, giving a ball to the fans, so he bypassed the goal and gave them another one.
And actually, Soccer Sam is sitting down there, so I believe he may have taken a shot at the Chief.
Disgruntled employee or a show of homage?
I'm not sure yet. We'll find out after the game. It's Lancers in control right now, but still plenty of time left for this one to get interesting. Straight, hard toe poke from Fiore. 3 assists last season for Cincinnati. Another chance for the Swerve to come forward. Barrera makes another save, and he'll calm and cool, scoop up the rebound.
That was great organized high pressure from Cincinnati to create the opportunity.
Kickoff has got a hat trick on the night. Gets it forward to Diop. Now Abbas. Great job by Ortiz to just keep pushing him outside, getting that angle away from goal. Oof.
Oh, wow.
That's got to be a penalty. Kickoff is upset, but that is from behind, and he's going to get more than a blue card, folks. Fiore blocking the path of the referee. He might want to be careful, too.
This could be a situation where you award a yellow and a blue card. The blue card for the over-aggressive foul, the yellow for dissent. Now, blue cards, you have to play down one player. A yellow card, the offender must sit out, but you do not have to lose another player on account of a yellow.
Jim Pachulidis and Greg Irwin discussing it. They'll just go with the blue card. Lancers on the power play. They did score 1 on the power play back in the 3rd quarter. Enrique.
Is that player going off? Okay, there we go. They still had 5 players on the field.
Brooke wasn't having that. Let him know
real quick.
It's Kickoff who is off at 5:02 for the trip. Lancers looking for another power play goal. Picked up 1 last night, have 1 here this evening. Schindler. The Swerve coming in, had killed 8 out of 8. Gave up the first one tonight to Rochester. Will there be a second power play one? Boughton to Schindler. Composure Shot off the boards. Stovall in front. Enrique, good save. Rebound, just wide. Ortiz, Enrique wide open in front. Shot wide, rebound poked away again. It's Lancers all over the place.
Little scuffle.
Wow. What
105
an
left.
exchange.
We'll start again. Schindler. Foul called.
Give a play on there. Let them go. They have the
I
ball on
agree.
the top.
I agree. Good call by the official, Miss Barbuto. Spends her time officiating as well when she's not scoring and creating beautiful soccer plays.
We have in-booth referee quality control.
Absolutely. Top of the line here tonight. In front. And that hit the netting. It was Gary Boughton with the chance. So is refereeing a place to kind of transition when your playing days are done, to keep in touch with the game?
Well, I do that currently. I stay involved in the game as much as I can.
You must have some interesting stories.
Definitely gives me a little bit more respect for the referees from a different viewpoint. However, I grew up with 2 referees as parents, so I've always had a little bit more respect for them. Tried to bite my
Steve
tongue more than
Montanino,
I'd
just
like.
below us here, thumbs up, likes what she's saying. Shout out to Brooke's father. Is it John?
Yeah, John
All right,
Barbuto.
John. Is he watching tonight?
Probably not. He's probably asleep by now.
I support referees. I like to support them from the moment they walk in the building. You just start telling them, you know, what a terrible job they're doing to get them ready for what will ensue.
12 seconds left in the Lancers power play. I've been known to make a few comments, but in my old age, trying to settle down. Schindler with a rocket off the wall. Deflected in!
Wow.
Second chance, Schindler gets the Lancers another power play goal at 7:01 of the fourth quarter. And Jake, not much for the celebration. He'll take the power play goal.
Goals are goals. Can't score if you don't shoot, even if that shot was unintentional.
Jake had 2 last night. He's got 1 this evening. His 3rd of the season on the power play. Second power play goal for Rochester. 7:01 time of Jake's 3rd of the season. Jake Schindler.
I'm waiting for the light up soccer balls.
I
There's
know.
only been 2.
They told me 5
I think
tonight.
we got 3 more to go.
This is our media timeout. Lancers doubling the lead now, 14-7. 7:59 on the clock for Cincinnati. A lot of work to do. And for the Lancers, the goal scoring continues. Coming into the game, 4 games played, the Swerve have given up 22 goals. Now they've given up 14 this evening. So Rochester putting a big dent in that solid defensive stance that Cincinnati has taken early on. Again, they were 8 for 8 on the penalty kills. They are 0 for 2 on the PK. Rochester 2 power play goals. There's Lancer Louie with the gentleman to Louie's right, Nelson Cupello, a legendary coach here in Rochester, New York at Monroe Community College, retiring, handing over the reins. There are so many candidates interested in taking over that massive program. And Nelson, a first-class individual, also helped us with some broadcasts, wishing him nothing but the best in his retirement. And there is another soccer legend, Soccer Sam. And Elliot, what can you say about Sam? That's a guy who just loves the game, has given so much to bring indoor soccer back to Rochester. He said it's always been his dream, and it's happening once again in 2019.
Yeah, I mean, what can't you say? His tireless work ethic and passion is unbelievable, but not just for the indoor game. He supports any soccer in the area, the leagues. He just wants to see promotion happen. He wants to see the game flourish. I mean, for decades now, this has been his life goal and his passion, and to bring him and everybody who has played under his umbrella, we appreciate it so much. That's why we are all back from various parts unknown.
Ooh, I gave away your cave location, didn't I?
Unknown.
I'm sorry.
Yeah, man. I don't want protesters.
Lubo 2-on-1 coming forward. He'll have a go. It's blocked. Rebound put in front. and knocked home by Michael Cunningham. 7:24 time of the goal. It's Cunningham from Lubo.
We're looking at a 22-goal game with 7.5 to play, Joe.
Unbelievable. Cunningham had 2 goals in the first quarter, and now this gives him the hat trick on the evening. 4 goals on the season, 3 this evening.
Yeah, this is my favorite spectator sport, Joe. Love the indoor game, constant action. It's physical play, it's technical, and the swings are incredible. So Lancers getting it done at home thus far. Should be able to seal it as long as they continue the pressure.
Michael Cunningham, he's got the hat trick on the evening. He's got 4 overall in this season. Kosic with 2 goals, 1 assist tonight. And I have a funny feeling the Lancers are not done yet.
Anyway, you guys have a good evening. Good to see you.
Collins leaves it for Gray. Diop. Gray. Fiore. Back to Fiore. Into the corner. Richardo Israel. Puts it back in front. No one there but Vanino. Israel off the glass in front. Collins can't get a solid piece of it. And here comes Alex Harling. Little pickpocket there from Israel. Back to Fiore. Wisenhunt. Laid off. Ryan Gray. Soccer Sam in a festive mood tonight. Sammy, come on up. Hands clapping, hugs and kisses are around the arena from Soccer Sam. He's loving what he sees. A 15-7 lead for his club against the Cincinnati Swerve. Long ball out of play. 6:03.
Lancers on the verge of going undefeated at home in their first 2 games.
I would say this sends a pretty decent statement to the Eastern Conference. Newcomers coming in, and very impressive weekend to start off their M2 campaign. Good ball.
Great ball.
What a goal!
Finish.
Osmic from Enrique. One of the nicest goals you're going to see.
Wow. What a ball. What a finish.
Great run, great composure in front of the goal. Just a nice little touch, redirection.
Yeah, made it look easy, but anything but.
What a night for Enrique. Osmic gets his first goal. And Enrique is just lighting up the statistics this evening. Looking at his numbers overall, he's got 2 goals, 3 assists. Soccer Sam's favorite Costa Rican has got a great night going here in Rochester with 5:37 left. It's 16-7. Lancers leading Cincinnati. Soccer Sam, what a night, what a weekend. Great job, congratulations.
Sure.
Indoor game is back.
I just haven't been this excited since I found out my parents weren't related. This is just beautiful. The fans that came out, the people, I met like kids that I've had that I didn't even know I had. It's just unbelievable. I'm excited, and thank you guys for doing this broadcast. It's amazing. Doug Miller's put together a team. We should be in the MLS.
Another
I mean,
chance?
this is unbelievable.
Soccer Sam.
Michael Cunningham with a great chance. Hang on for Lubo, and this one will stop for a second. Go ahead.
I don't know if there's enough room in this booth for all that class. Thank you, Soccer Sam.
Well, thank you. Hey, we got the MVP in here, the most valuable Paisan, Brooke Barbuto. Unbelievable. And we got Elliot. Look, dude, I got to take him home so I get my cable. I get rid of my cable.
He can't stand up. You know that, right?
Yeah, no, he can't. With these spikes. But, guys, really, thank you so much.
Oh,
and
so
Kevin
nice.
Milliken, if you're out there, brother, I love you, man. You gave us a chance to come back. This M2 is just amazing. Thank you so much, and thank you guys for doing what you're doing. I'm out.
All right, Soccer Sam, thank you very much for giving us the opportunity. This is an absolute blast. It is a pleasure to be working Lancer broadcast once again, as it's 16-7 with 5:12 left. Now imagine working a complete game with him, maybe having some flavor, a couple Twizzlers. It is a event nonetheless. Timeout here for the Lancers as I'll slow things down and regroup. What a great night. What a great weekend. Hats off to the entire staff. Soccer Sam, Ashley King, Kayla Clark, Kent Marrera, Jill Rizzo, our production crew from SE Video, DJ Vela, Dante, Chuck Arbori, everybody. Just a great, great job in getting this thing up and off the ground, and the Lancers are well on their way to making a mark in the M2.
They say leaders reproduce themselves, and by they I mean myself. I'm saying that. And Soccer Sam's energy just has
they is you?
Yes.
Okay. All right.
Third party. So Soccer Sam's energy is just pervasive, top to bottom. Professionalism mixed with a heck of a good time. Love it.
Lancer dancers behind the net. A little Cotton Eye Joe going on as the huddle breaks. The Lancers setting up a restart. Not sure how much they're going to want to give away here with this commanding lead.
So as it turns out, Brooks Boots not only shoot goals, but they can line dance to Cotton Eye Joe.
Was she making so? Oh, she is. Couple little moves going on there for the UWS MVP.
It is the off season. Let's not pull muscles.
We got to get her on camera
Sorry,
doing the
practice
Cotton
my
Eye Joe.
footwork, you know. Got to keep my moves sharp.
The agility
like they
that's
say,
being
practice,
displayed here tonight is amazing.
Practice makes footwork.
I've never heard that. They say that?
They do.
They third
You-
party.
They do. Frequently.
All right, we'll get back underway here. What's the play for the Lancers? Ortiz's shot is blocked. All-out sprint here. Johnson just nudged off the ball. Final 5 minutes of the quarter. And a slide tackle that's out of control from Johnson.
Wow.
Little chest bump.
Yeah.
Looks at the referee like, are you kidding me?
Little alpha chest bump post blue card.
9:58. And a red card
Red
as
card.
well.
Yeah.
Johnson is showing the door at 9:58.
Yeah, you cannot forcefully place your left nipple on a referee's left nipple and expect to get away with it.
Is that from experience or word of mouth? You've just heard about it.
I've experienced the brunt force.
So
myself.
left to right is okay?
I haven't experienced that. I don't
Oh,
know.
okay.
I
So
don't know how a
left to
referee
left.
would respond to that.
So Johnson is still in the box. Shouldn't he be sent off the field?
I believe he's supposed to leave the stadium, leave the arena.
He's still sitting in the box. Neil Ernenwein, one of the officials, is having a discussion with him.
Yeah, that'll be interesting because someone has to serve the penalty, so they'll have to replace him in the box if he's forced to leave the field.
Soccer Sam replenishing the beverages. Very important to stay hydrated even up in the broadcast booth. H2O, a crucial component to a quality broadcast.
Yes, Joe, we've been sweating like Mike Tyson in a spelling bee up here.
Johnson is now officially being shown the door. Not sure why there was such a long, drawn-out discussion about that.
I imagine it had something to do with who would replace him and whether or not that was necessary.
And now the Lancers go on the power play. They do get a chance to go 3 for 3. They've scored on their first 2 power play opportunities. Plenty of time, plenty of space for the high-flying Rochester Lancers.
And what a stat that is, considering Cincinnati came in killing 8 in a row.
Now they're going to play with 5v3.
Yeah, so they have 2 minutes down a player for the blue card, and the red card, if I'm not mistaken, is it 5 minutes down a player? I believe it brings with it. Red card is also 2 minutes. Okay.
So they're playing 2 men down. Red card is a 2-minute penalty plus an ejection. Thank you to Steve Montanino for.
But is the red card releasable? No.
So they replace their players with the red card. but that individual cannot return.
Okay. So a
Thank you,
two-man
Steve
advantage.
Montanino.
Is that correct? Two-man advantage for 2 minutes?
Correct.
That's all I need to know. Thank you.
Unless a goal is scored, they get one back.
Again, who is they?
They, in this case, is not myself.
Okay, thank you.
This would be the Cincinnati Swerve.
Whizzing Hunt. This has been a lot of fun tonight. Hope you've enjoyed our antics. And when the Lancers score 16 goals, adds a little more excitement to the evening. Five v 3 for another 57 seconds. Schindler, Boughton, cuts it inside. Shot. Goal for Gary Boughton. Third power play goal of the night. The pride of Buffalo has another one at 10:59.
Cincinnati still down a player. That is a tough way to end a game that was slipping away from them prior to the red card and blue card.
Boughton's got 3 goals tonight, 2 assists, 5 points on the evening. And the numbers continue to grow for the pride of Buffalo, his 5th.
The Buffalo guy.
His 4th of the season, I'm sorry.
Steve Montanino laying before us an MASL rule book.
Rochester's still up a player
Okay.
for the remainder of the penalty, along or until a goal is scored.
Now, this is the red card that's still being served, correct? That penalty?
Yes,
okay.
correct.
So the initial power or penalty was
The initial blue card
released.
has been released.
Okay, thank
now
you.
the penalty for the red card is being served.
She's magic on the field. Thank you, Miss Barbuto. 17-7. Again, Cincinnati only 22 goals against in 4 games played. Rochester's just ripped them apart for 17. Amazing when you think about it. 4 games and only 22 against. Here tonight, 17.
Yeah, that's an excellent stat prior to this game. I mean, indoor is so explosive.
Uh-oh. Gary Boughton starting to feel it here. The hat trick hero.
And
Steigelman.
we're back to even numbers. The penalty has been served. You got swerved.
Harling working in a little tight space there. Steigelman, 2:45 left. Lancers in complete control here. 10-point lead. Great crowd. Totally entertained by this offensive output. Stick around, post-game party coming up in the Goal Kick Lounge. Enrique unleashes a rocket into the Brooke Barbuto top netting.
That looked more like Elliot's shot.
For its power, not necessarily its placement. Thank you.
I know we have similar hair lengths, but we don't look that much alike.
Oh, that's great. Must be nice to have hair.
Okay, you
We
guys
can
are
let you
making me
borrow some.
cringe. You're making
Oh.
my hair stand on end.
I'm a man who has to sleep sitting upright overnight to keep the spikes going.
I sleep like a bat hanging upside down.
I don't doubt that. I do not doubt that.
Stalactites.
Can we get a shot of the booth up here? Brett, can he shoot the booth and take a look at my cast of characters that I'm working with tonight? Lancers pressuring Cincinnati at the middle of the park. Now onto the near side. Still possession from the visitors. Back to Wisenhunt. You can't see the spike. Look at the spike. You can't see it. Oh, jeez.
I need the background of the white shirt.
There you go.
I got,
Here you go. Look at
gotta
the
say-
spikes. 1, 2, 3.
For how many goals he won't score this season.
Oh my gosh. For how many times I've had to ignore Brooke in the last 2 minutes.
Thanks, guys. Great shot there from our production crew, Brett and Jim and everybody else. It is 17-7 with 1:26 left. We are enjoying the festivities at the Dome Arena, and a timeout called here. 2 times. It looks like the Lancers will be charged with this one. And they'll look to set something up here. What a lot of fun, guys. Thanks so much for helping out and just making this such an enjoyable evening. What a great way to end the weekend. So what's next for Brooke? Back to Syracuse and reffing and coaching?
Yeah, back to Syracuse, reffing and coaching, and then coaching with Cortland. Our spring season starts April, so we'll have our spring season, about 5 weeks of that, and some spring season games.
Good. Good luck to you.
Thank you.
Elliot, back to the cave. Anything going on in the cave?
As usual, patient meditation for what battle may arise next.
Anything else? Videos?
Hey, you always got to bring the hype train to Rochester.
Dante got the ball that Elliot kicked.
What a guy.
And he got a round of applause from the crowd.
Yeah, and we got the electric slide coming from the eclectic side. Lancer dances with a few fans deciding to join in.
And that's one thing. If you're watching on YouTube tonight, hope you're enjoying our coverage, but you've got to come out to the venue, to the Dome Arena here in Henrietta. It is such a party. It's not just a game where you sit down and watch soccer. There's music, there's dancing, there's prizes, and again, a ton of goals.
The bounce house.
Which is deflated, but it's still there. But 24 goals tonight. What an event. What a weekend. Could not have gone any better for Soccer Sam. 2 wins, 2 sellouts, and the party continues February 2nd. For tickets and more information, visit rochesterlancers.com or ourlancers.com for more information on the Lancers' next homestand. They'll be away on January the 11th and 12th against Detroit and Muskegon. Thank you to the officials. That is the brain trust of the officiating crew helping us out tonight. And we get underway with the final minute 20 of this one at the Dome Arena. Fiore now just looking to pad the stats and see what they can come up with. Maybe some confidence for the ride home. Diop.
The Lancers with only 4 on the floor, seemingly a mistake.
There's someone in the box. I can't tell behind that.
Oh, I missed it. Wow.
Not sure what the call was, though. I didn't. There was a timeout called, but then coming off the timeout, a player was sent to the box. Not sure if there was something said.
I was distracted by the presiding referee, Steve Montanino, keeping us in line and abreast of the rulings. And just like that, we've missed.
Final few seconds here to a very successful opening weekend, returning weekend for the Rochester Lancers. 34 seconds left. Ortiz told the step. Fiore. Kickoff. Diop, little pickpocket there. Diop. 18 seconds left. Abbas. High, hard shot off the mark and into the netting. 14 seconds left. The Lancers looking to go 2-0 to start the season. And then head to their first road trip to Michigan a week from tomorrow. Or a week from tonight, I should say, they'll be in action. A busy night for Wisenhunt, who saw a lot of action, made some great saves, but Lancer was able to get 17 in and entertain the crowd here as this one comes to a close. Rochester 17, Cincinnati 7. Wow, a lot of goals, a lot of action. Fans are going to leave this place happy tonight.
Wow, what production, what entertainment.
It is time for the post-game festivities, as there will be some field-level interviews going on. But before we go to that, guys, your final thoughts on tonight and the weekend. Brooke, what'd you think?
I thought Rochester did very well yesterday, and I thought they did even better today. They came out blazing both days. They finished their opportunities, and I think they're definitely a team that's going to be a team to be reckoned with. I think they're going to come out and take control of this division.
So I know Coach Doug Miller had the guys arrive a little early today, earlier than yesterday, to just really drive home how he wanted them to play. He spoke to us about it yesterday. We didn't execute, to the highest level. And today, boy, we eliminated a lot of mistakes just by very simply adjusting small things that made a huge impact. And then, of course, our finishing was far better than yesterday, as evidenced by a 17-goal game for the Lancers.
Gary Boughton, tremendous performance tonight. 3 goals and 2 assists. The Lancers now 2-0 on the season. Great performance on the field, but you guys, thank you very much. So much fun. A lot of laughs, great knowledge, great insight into the game. Thank you so much for helping out.
Thanks for having us.
Brooke Barbuto, the Mohican Warrior, Elliot Foskey. Safe travels. We will talk to you soon as the Lancers wrap up a very successful home opening weekend on the Lancers Broadcast Network. 17-7, the final score against Cincinnati.